this is Jacko from MuddyTigerOutdoors, and you're joining me today for episode 11 of the Would I Buy It Again series. And if you're new to the channel, in this series I just talk about some of the items and pieces of gear that I've been using in the past, and I basically say yes, I like them and I would spend my money again, or no, I wouldn't spend my money on them again. So as you can tell, Casey is ready for it. She's right behind me just being a pest, and we're going to get started. So as it is tradition, we have 3 items today, and we're going to start with this one. This is the first one, and this is the BioLite kettle charge, and this is a very cool BioLite product. I've had the chance to use it mainly around the house, just to make some tea and hot beverages basically. And I've done a review on this. I've used it. I've showed you how it works and some of the pros and cons. I'll post a link to the video under the description of this video. But anyway, yeah, I definitely like this product. It's the technology is very nice to being able to plug in your USB power devices such as your phone, lights, flashlights, just anything that is basically USB powered, and you can plug it in right here. It gives you a pretty good charge rate from the heat generated from this device. So you know, once again, I'm a big fan of the BioLite products. I've used them, or some of them, not all of them, and I definitely like the concept, the idea, the technology. I think it's a great idea. But at the end of the day, the question is, would I buy it again? Would I spend my money again in this product if I didn't have it, or if I gifted this, or if I lost it, or if it broke? Would I buy another one to replace it? And the answer for this one is no. The reason for that is, while I think the idea is great, there's a couple of flaws, and I think they're very important things to keep in consideration. The first one, and you can see it in the other video that I made specifically for this particular item, is when you boil your water, you have an indicator right here, minimum level of water, maximum. You can see it right there. When you fill it up to the max level, when the water starts boiling, so you can start generating some of the heat for the charge to produce, the water actually comes out of the spout. I think that's a little bit unacceptable. It makes it unsafe. I didn't burn myself, but the potential is there, because it's definitely a hazard to have hot boiling water or liquids coming out of there. It makes it, you know, hard to pour whenever your liquid is hot. When you pour it, it just doesn't come out in a I guess civilized manner. It just comes out all over the place. So I think the design of the water spout is not the best. It's not there. It doesn't quite add up or match to the high quality of the product. So that's one of the reasons. Now the other reason, the item itself, it's heavy, and me as a hiker, as a camper, as a backpacker, heavyweight items tend to be a turn off or a turn down. So that's a very important thing. And you know, the material, once again, very high quality, very well designed. A lot of time and effort put into this. It's just too heavy. So I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's a sacrifice. You know, would you get a heavier item so you can have more functionality, or would you have a lighter item so you can have less functionality? And I don't think the balance is there. It's definitely quite heavy for what it is, as big as it is, the capacity that it has for water. I would like to see this a lot lighter and a better design in that spout. Now for the second item, this is something that I very recently reviewed. This is the Snugpak all-weather shelter. And unfortunately for this video, I can't take it out and show you how to set it up and all that kind of stuff. I have another video just with the sole purpose of demonstrating how to use it, and my full in-depth description and perception of the item. So I'll put a link to that. But it's a very high quality item. It's very well designed, very attractive, very visually attractive, I should say. I definitely like it. And also it's very reasonably priced. It's not very expensive, which is definitely a plus. So once again, the question is, would I buy it again? Would I spend my money on this again? And for this one, the answer is a big yes. It's a great tarp. It's right now it's my favorite tarp. I have a couple of other tarps that I've used My second favorite is the Kelty Noah's tarp, and this is a very comparable tarp to the Kelty. I think it's a little bit better. I think it's higher quality, more attractive. I mean, there's a lot of pluses to this tarp. I can't find any negatives with this tarp, to be honest. So I would definitely buy this again. Now, what I would love to see from Snugpak is also offer different sizes, different colors. I think this one they offer in Coyote Tan. I'm not quite sure. I think I've seen it before. But I would definitely like to see a bigger tarp and maybe a smaller tarp. You know, with this tarp being a 10 by 10, I can definitely put my wife and I under the same tarp, and we have plenty of space. You can put 3-4 people depending on how you set up the tarp, and I think that's a great thing. But of course, you know, a lot of other customers may like maybe a 12 by 12 tarp, or maybe a 8 by 8, you know, something a little bit smaller. So that's something to consider. So, but as far as the you know, 10 by 10 size Snugpak all-weather shelter, I would definitely buy this again. Now the third and last item, this is the GuyotDesigns water bottle or water container. This is the 32-ounce backpackers water bottle, and as you can tell, you know, there's a lot of soot there from burning. I've used this a lot. I've not only used it when I go out to the trail, hiking, camping, whatever, I've also taken it with me to work. The reason is it's very easy to clean. You know, being stainless steel, you know, it doesn't trap a lot of bacteria. It's very clean. You know, there's not a lot of places for bacteria or residue or anything to collect. It's, you know, relatively lightweight. It's very functional. I've used this to boil water, obviously, and it does the trick just fine. So this is a multi-purpose item. You can, you know, boiling water, make it safer to drink. You can just cook in it because it's got a very wide mouth. You can do a lot of different things. And one of the very important things for me is the seal. You know, so the water doesn't come out. Now, I was a little bit hesitant to put this in my backpack while you know, full with water, because I didn't want it to leak onto my things. And I've had really bad experiences with other water containers. Sometimes they leak, sometimes they leak slow, sometimes they leak fast, sometimes they, you know, the cap comes unscrewed while it's, you know, moving around inside of your backpack. Now this one, I have not had that problem at all. It's very, very watertight. It holds the water in. It doesn't let any water come in. If you get flooded, or if your backpack goes underwater, no water is going to come inside to contaminate your clean water. So that's a very important thing, I think. So the seal is great. It's a very, you know, good looking bottle, very functional. So at the end of the day, the question is, would I buy this again? For this, it's a big yes. It's a no-brainer. I would certainly get this again. Come on, Casey. She has to get some attention. So yeah, very high quality item, no doubt about it. I would spend my money on this again. Alright guys, so if you like what you see in this video, there are 10 other videos full of different items and pieces of gear that I've used you know, with time, and I've had a chance to test them out, so I'll give you my impression on those. In every video of this series, we have 3 items. It's always 3 items that I talk about, and I say yes, I would buy it again, or no, I would buy it again. It's that simple. So if you're new to the channel, please don't hesitate to check those out. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Please check us out on Facebook, Muddy Tiger Outdoors. Don't be shy and leave a comment, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.